I proved to you guys already, like with the people that said Timu, like whatever, that like MAGA is very emotional. They are extremely emotional, Alan. It's crazy. Dino says MAGA bash themselves every day. I know, it's hysterical. But let's get back to Hakeem Jeffries here.
Dramatic changes are needed at the Department of Homeland Security in terms of ICE and CBP. Absent that, Republicans have decided to shut down parts of the federal government once again. Question?
Mr. Leader, the DHS is a massive agency. It's going to impact millions of people. Shouldn't Congress be working right now to solve that problem?
I'm here, ready, willing, and able to have a conversation with anyone, anytime, any place. That's always been the Democratic posture.
Now, the reason why he said that just now, and I know this because I know what's going on. I keep in tune with everything. MAGA doesn't know what's going on. Even when you tell them, you can show them everything. They still don't believe anything that's going on in real life. But I'm going to tell you what's going on. The Republicans, Dino, shut down the government today. You know what they did? Mike Johnson, Grinder Mike himself, Moses Mike, as the girls call him on the I've Had It podcast. Guess what he did? He dismissed Congress. So without staying there, trying to resolve this, and coming up with a bipartisan agreement, Grinder Mike said no. He sent everybody home. So we will have a government shutdown. It's going to be a partial government shutdown, but still, nevertheless, it's still going to be partial government shutdown at 12 midnight tonight. And the Republicans, again, don't want to talk about any kind of bipartisan agreements. They're doing it again. This is them doing it again. Let's continue.
Mike Johnson has once again sent House Republicans home.
You see that? I haven't seen this video. How do I know that? Because I know what's going on. And I just want you guys to understand. I don't just talk shit up here. I know what I'm talking about.
This is the same approach, failed approach, that Speaker Johnson and Republicans took during the 43-day Trump Republican shutdown
And that's exactly what I just said also. This is what they do. They don't know how to govern. They don't know how to lead. They're also extremely spineless. They, like a jellyfish, has a stronger spine than they do.
Strange to me that they would decide to take a similar approach. It didn't work out for them. It didn't work for the American people. And during that 43-day government shutdown, we made one consistent demand: extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits.
I agree with you, James Ball, who says Jeffries has hit his ceiling already. I think that I need to see more out of Hakeem Jeffries. I'm not quite done with him yet, but I'm getting close. Like, I am done completely with Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer has got to go as the leader of the Senate Democrats. He has got to go. He is a spineless coward. And this guy he better step up soon. Otherwise, I'm going to start turning on his ass also.
And in the end,
he says some tough things sometimes, but he's not as tough as we need him to be.
Of it, when it was all said and done, one thing happened in the House of Representatives. We passed a 3-year extension of the Affordable Care Act tax credits. The failed strategy of Republicans, it didn't work out then. It's not going to work out now. And we've drawn a hard line in the sand on behalf of the American people, and we're not going to allow the Congress to cross it. ICE needs to be dramatically reformed. Period. Full stop.
Mr. Leader.
Thanks.
Mr. Leader, is there a revised plan from Democrats to the White House?
It's our expectation.
It's fun because, like, while Hakeem Jeffries is speaking, I'm letting you guys listen to it, but I'm just like literally en masse banning like a bunch of MAGA dummies. It's funny because on the way in it says no MAGAs, and they still come in because they're emotional. They're emotional guys. Like they can't stand it. You know what I mean? Very feminine trait.
That we will respond to the unserious offer that Republicans have made that clearly omits things that need to happen, including but not limited to our demand that the Fourth Amendment be respected, that judicial warrants be required before ICE agents can violently storm private property or the homes of the American people. That's completely and totally unacceptable. And yet Republicans refuse to adopt that position. It's completely and totally unacceptable that Republicans don't want to see an independent investigation of ICE agents who broke the law. Our view is that state and local authorities should have the ability to investigate criminally and prosecute criminally any agent who breaks the law and engages in violence against the American people or law-abiding immigrant families. This is America. No one is above the law. And we
Now, Danny Turner says U.S. is enforcing the law. No, they're not. Not when it comes to ICE. We can finish up here with Hakeem Jeffries there. Thank you, Hakeem, for being here. Appreciate you. But Danny, I'm sorry to tell you that the ICE terrorists are breaking the law. They're not enforcing anything at all. There's no enforcement of any laws that they are doing at all. They're not enforcing the law. They're breaking the law. That's what they're doing. They're breaking the law, like over and over and over and over again, like 1,000 times a day. In fact, it's crazy what's going, like more than 1,000 times a day. They're taking in thousands of people per day that have no criminal history whatsoever. Thousands of people a day that are innocent of any crime, period. Thousands of people a day without due process a day. Beating on people, thousands of them a day. Some of them even handcuffed. In fact, most of them handcuffed. Beating on people, encroaching people, and getting in their face, and then hitting them, punching them, putting them on the ground for no reason. This is against the law. I can keep going too, by the way. They're doing nothing but terrorize the United States. That's all they're doing. They're not doing anything to enforce the law whatsoever. Joel Jensen says, we're here to laugh. There you go. Good for you, buddy. You're banned from the comments. So you can sit here and watch and laugh if you want, but you can't make any more comments, okay? Unless you come up with a new channel, which many of you guys do because you're big fans of mine, and then I'll just ban you again. Here goes John Bedker. He says, you are truly stupid. You just got banned from the comments also. Like, I love the fact that they, like, everything that I say really gets under their skin really badly, and I love that about it. But they think that they're bothering me, and I just love seeing them, and I love announcing to everybody that I banned them. I just love making the announcement. There was somebody that watched one of my videos and said, this guy's great watching just to see him banning so many people in his comments. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I do, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I love that MAGA thinks that they're getting to me, and I love that too. You got to love that, bro. I mean, I do. It's crazy. Danny Turner says, why is ICE there? Nobody knows why they're ICE. Like, they're everywhere, by the way. They're there because Donald Trump has decided to unleash. There's a number of like in-depth answers, and I'll give you some examples. Like, Donald Trump wants to impose his will on people. That's one of the reasons. Donald Trump is setting up to try to steal the 2026 election. That's another reason. Donald Trump is trying to set up so that he can intimidate people from voting. That's another reason. Donald Trump wants to try to scare people into opposing him. That's another reason. Are you starting to get it now, Danny? There's no other reason. There's no real reason for it. We didn't need people to go into our cities and towns and raid restaurants to go get the guy who's washing the dishes. We didn't need that. I don't know if anybody. Now I know that the racist MAGA Confederate flag flying MAGAs in my audience, they did, but nobody else did. And they're an extreme minority, bro. An extreme minority. We're talking about no more than 25% of the country, which is a very big amount of people when you look at the numerical value of that. But it doesn't mean that there's a lot of them. 3/4 of the country outnumber them. Like, so it is what it is. But here goes Danny Turner again. He says, I have voted for Democrats, but never again. You just earned yourself a brand new ban. Danny Turner, who was making some comments that I can go back and forth with. They were dumb MAGA comments, and I could tell, but I still was going. But he just said he just said what bots always say. I was once a Democrat, but never again. And you just earned yourself a brand new ban. Yeah, that's what you do. Whenever these people talk about how they used to vote a Democrat, that's a talking point given to them, because what do? They do as they're told. They're told, listen, go out there, make it look like you were once, and start to get people to think, you know what, maybe this is something I should do also, because, that guy over there said that he was once Democrat and no more will he ever do that. And they think they're going to get away with it in my comments, except I spot it, I point it out, and then I tell you what they mean and what it actually is. It's just a talking point given to them because MAGA cucks do exactly what they're told. Okay.